Today's Tuesday, August the 14th, and this morning I took Zach up to Children's Hospital for his consultation with Seattle Cancer Care Alliance. Today, the meeting was basically to go over what is to be expected for the stem cell harvest. Zach was basically told what he can and cannot do during the procedure, as well as trying to eat more of a calcium-rich diet leading up to the procedure, which should be in about 2 weeks, it looks like. Starting this weekend, he's going to go ahead and, Zachary is, we're going to go up to Children's daily. So this coming Thursday, he's got chemo in clinic. Actually, it's going to be Friday or Saturday. He's just going to start going up daily to get those platelet and stem cell boosters that talked about previously in an earlier video. So that's going to be going on every single day for a week, and it's going to be first thing in the morning, so we have to be at the hospital by 8 o'clock. And the reason why that is because I need to give him the injections, and then they have to do a blood draw, send that off to the lab prior to 10 a.m. to make sure that his platelets and his stem cell counts are increasing. Basically, we were told that since Zach does not have a central line, they're going to have to use pretty large needles, small gauge needles. As you know, the smaller the number on the gauge, the larger the needle actually is. So basically, they needed to check his arms and look at his veins to make sure his veins were healthy, and also to make sure that they're large enough to take the needles they were going to go ahead and put into him when they do the collection. We were told it can be anywhere from a 3-hour to a 6-hour procedure. Then they will hang around afterwards because they'll have to send the sample off to do the stem cell count, and there's a predetermined number. That number has yet to be determined as to what the stem cell count needs to be at. And then from there, we move on to getting ready for the stem cell or the bone marrow transplant, which will happen about 3 to 4 weeks after the stem cells are harvested. If for whatever reason during that collection process, that first collection, the number isn't high enough, we will have to continue to do it daily until that number is met or exceeded in regards to the stem cell count. So today was kind of a non-eventful day other than getting the consultation for the stem cell collection and the bone marrow transplant. So that looks positive. Along with eating the calcium-rich diet, he was also encouraged to go ahead and start taking calcium supplements, which he's done in the past previously when he was undergoing chemotherapy. So that's not the news. He's very familiar with the calcium supplements. Me personally, I'm a little tired. Just trying to shuffle work with taking care of Zachary. It's a challenge, but you got to do what you got to do to make sure you take care of your family. In regards to the show your role, actually, let me rewind that a little bit. So there was a private show your role group on Facebook, and basically what it is, it's people who purchase show your role gear and they list them privately in a group that's not public on Facebook, and people in that group had took it upon themselves to go ahead and have an auction for Zach. Why is that a big deal? Well, Show Your Role is a manufacturer of jiu-jitsu apparel, and if you were to find the equivalent apparel manufacturer or brand outside of jiu-jitsu, the best one I could come up with is Michael Jordan's Jumpman brand, and people tend to buy items well over their retail value because they want to get their hands on those products. And it's the same thing with Show Your Role. Show Your Role puts out a kimono, for example, sells out rather quickly. Some people either are collectors and they hoard them, or use them to train in because they like them. For me personally, I've got a few Show Your Role kimonos or gis that I really like because they fit me really well. And there are others who buy them on the intent of marking them up and reselling them. And luckily the gentleman in the group and a few ladies in that group decided that they were going to go hold an auction, and all the proceeds were going to go to Zachary in his cancer fund. So that group in particular raised $1,200 for Zach and his cancer fund, which I think is awesome. My coach James Foster of Foster Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has already gotten the word out to the super seminar that's coming up in a couple of weeks with Jiva Santana and Bryant from Saber Jiu-Jitsu down in the San Francisco Bay Area. Again, I'm not going to try and pronounce Bryant's name. I'm going to mangle it, and I don't want him to get upset with me, so I'll just say P for Par, because his last name starts with the P. So again, I'm not going to even bother trying to pronounce his last name. So with that said, James has decided that the starting price to get into the seminar is $100 donation towards Zach's cancer fund on GoFundMe, and I will put the link in the description below. Basically what you do is you give up the donation in Zach's name, send James the receipt via email, and I'll post his email address as well in the comments. That way you're guaranteed a spot in the seminar. So this week, though a little busy, it's very uneventful, which is a good thing. Everything's starting to look really, really good. We're still amazed by the outpouring of support from all of our friends and family. And so come Thursday, I'll post another video after we get done with Zachary's chemotherapy. So yeah, things are looking really good. Again, thanks for all of your support. Thanks for all my friends for checking in on me, and thanks to all my family members who also check in. Again, it's just a long, drawn-out process. Fortunately, Zach's looking better. He's feeling better. Things are better all around, and we just can't wait for this to be done with, and Zach can just tell cancer to go fuck itself one more time. So until then, take care of yourselves. Be kind to one another, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon.